Everyone wants to look cool dancing West Coast swing, but really the cool stuff is built off of basics. And today we're going to talk about 5 basic tuck turns that everyone needs for West Coast swing. This is
Miss Megan.
And I'm Brian B. Let's talk about tuck turn number 1. Super basic, the sugar tuck. But don't sleep on that. I'm going to give you a tip that everyone screws up about it before I give you the next part, which is this. Count 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Everyone spaces on this moment, but that's a full beat. That's what lets me later take Megan out into more advanced things. But before we get there, let's talk about tuck turn number 2, sugar tuck, 2, 3, and 4, where I take the right hand over. Why? Because this lets me get to other more advanced things off that right hand. In this case, I'm going to take Megan all the way back across to get to tuck. So number 1, sugar tuck. Left hand, basic, beginner class. Number 2, I would typically do from like a sugar push to keep that right hand. I'll use both hands to create sugar tuck number 2 or tuck number 2, and then I can use this right hand to lead different stuff, keep myself from getting bored. Which leads me into tuck turn number 3, taught kind of at the end of beginner class, is a passing tuck with the left hand. Some keys to victory for this. I want to bring Megan into a medium high 5. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to send her down line and then over her head. Remember that beat 4. We had 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's a moment. Don't space on it because that's what I'm going to use to lead my partner into more advanced stuff. So that is tuck turn number 3. Now there are endless patterns in West Coast swing, but here's the truth.
Everything comes back to just 3 basics. That's why we've created our free West Coast Swing pattern tree.
It's a simple clickable guide that will show how seemingly random moves all relate back to the push, pass, and whip. You can get it in the description below or in the QR code right here. But if I can do a passing tuck with my left hand, I can also do a passing tuck with my right hand. And don't forget that moment on count 4, because it's that moment 2, 3, and 4 where I don't push Megan too fast, where I can use this to dance rock and goes and other more advanced things. That is tuck turn number 4. The other one, let's just say we did this tuck turn here, and we led this into a rock and go, and we kept ourselves in closed position. We can dance a tuck in closed position. All the cool kids do this, and it's kind of tricky. Here's why it's tricky. I am going to draw Megan towards me as I'm backing up. 1, 2. So she's still staying connected to that hand. That way, when I let it out, she's connected to it, and she drops back for and 3, 4, 5, and 6. I can do this with 2 hands as well. Sometimes in the beginning, it's easier. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. You might say, Brian B., you're counting it 2 different ways. That's because we all dance it 2 different ways. If I did it basic time, 3 and 4, we'd have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. But as we get more advanced, we start to add some accents. You'll often hear it or seen it dance this way. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, because that lets us accent the music in a couple of different ways. But speaking of basic patterns that we space on, the starter step. We did a video with all sorts of starter step variations, and it doesn't have to be boring. You should watch that video right here. And if you're interested in how these patterns go together to get to cool kid patterns, you'll want to read Megan's pattern tree, which is right here. You can download it for free. It'll show you how all the basic patterns, push, pass, and whip, turn into all the cool kid patterns that you see here on YouTube.